RGT85 pisses off a lot of his community by something he just did. Now, I know a lot of you know in the past I've covered a video where a year or so ago he pissed off a lot of the retro community by selling his collection basically to what people are deeming, you know, the antichrist of resellers and stuff, Phoenix Resale. And then now there's just something crazy. Now, any normal person would do what he did. No one would even blink an eye. But for some reason, you know, haters gonna hate, gamers gonna game, gamers gonna hate gamers. I don't know, but let's dive into this and check this out, guys. So like I said, any normal person in the world would do this. Nobody would even blink an eye. But because of YouTube influencer with over 500,000 subscribers and stuff like that does is it becomes a big issue. So RGT85 started a WhatNot and he started sharing everything out on it. And once that kind of once he started doing that, people were, you know, hating, calling him a sellout, doing all this stuff. So we're just gonna kind of look at his post in reference to that, go over some of the stuff to talking about it, and then yeah, let's read some comments. And oh man, so yeah, here's the post from 4 days ago. I know some of y'all complain about WhatNot, but I've gotten some crazy deals on stuff there for toys and games, so I don't get what your beef is. Anyways, if you ain't used them before, you can get a $15 to buy something on there using my link. And I get money to spend too, so I can buy more crap I don't need. And then he goes on to get the link. One of the big jokes that's been going around is the username that he chose, Sir Nintendo, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Yeah, so before we get into the comments, I just wanted to say, like I said, I did a video a while back talking about how he was in hot water because he sold almost all his games and stuff to Phoenix Resale, which, like I said before, is considered to almost be the antichrist when it comes to the retro community. Everybody hates him. He's a reseller, scumbag, blah blah blah. Your opinions on him is your opinions on him. I really don't have much on him because I don't watch him. Same with RGT85. I've tried subscribing to this guy in the past. I've tried watching his videos. Every once in a while I get entertained by him, but then for the most part I just get tired of the rant style videos that he does. He was one of the big influences on me though for actually selling my retro collection, most of the stuff I don't need, and keeping the stuff that I actually enjoy. So you can take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, so what does exactly this mean? I mean, everybody loves to hate these YouTubers when they do something like this. A lot of times the retro community and any community in general doesn't agree 100% with their choices. Now this guy, as far as I know, doesn't have an actual job. I mean, YouTube's his career and everything, and you know, kudos to you for that, man. But doing stuff like this is the only way, side hustles that these guys can do to make money. Now, Pixel Game Squad, Retro Rick, I think even like Phoenix Resale and all those other guys do this as well. They were there when WhatNot really took off. And like he says, you know, on here, if you use his reference link, you get money, plus he gets money. Now, I personally did this in the past with Pixel Game Squad. I used their link to join, and I got a $10 credit. I still don't even think I've used it yet, because, yeah, I got off WhatNot right away because there was just too much going on there, and there was too much stuff that I wanted. So he's not wrong in that. You can get a bunch of toys, games, everything on there. I know a lot of people that are actually kind of addicted to being on WhatNot, so that's kind of why I like to stay away from there. But he's not the only one that's done this, guys, and I know a lot of people are going to give him hell for this, and I want to know in the comments below what's your opinion on this. Do you think that sometimes it's unfair to publicly shame and harass YouTubers and stuff like that just because they're trying to make money like the rest of us? But as promised, let's have a little fun here, and I guess dive into the toxicity of what his community is saying about this. The number one or the top comment right here: cannot not deny being a Nintendo YouTuber now. So that's what I would assume, that when I would create something like this, if I have an infamous name like RGT85, that's what I would go with, so people know who it is. I'd also, unless he made an account before that he just kind of let loose and then now he's making a new one, But that way too, if he did start selling, when he started selling stuff and like that, people are prone to buying stuff from these infamous YouTubers because then they own something that they once had. In the past, you know, I've talked about, I almost just bought something from Pixel Game Squad just because I wanted to actually have something that they once owned. Kind of special to me because they're one of the first channels I started religiously watching. But yeah, that's kind of something I would think you'd want to stick with your social media name. Yeah, WhatNot is cool. I bought a ton of stuff from there. However, WhatNot is easy to spend a lot of money, and he's not lying. They have, you know, fun shows on there. They have, you know, it's eBay, but you're live streaming, and it's pretty well set up. So I mean, that is the cool part about WhatNot. We need to have it all too, right, folks? No, you can't. WhatNot takes $15 from your card. That's it. Hey, you do you. You can monetize yourself on X videos for all I care. See, and this is what the community should just be. If this dude wants to do this, let him do it. Yeah, and then this is what happens too. You get those people that don't care, that'll just scroll through it, but then you'll have like this guy right here. RGT85 has no soul. Here's the proof. So I don't get what the proof of this is. Just like I said, haters gonna hate. No thanks. I mean, that's, you don't even have to comment it. No. Sir Nintendo laughing. This one, Galaga guy. I used this last time you mentioned it. I still have the $15. Seems like a very weird platform, like an auction site. You can't just buy something. You have to be on the stream and win it by bidding. And essentially that's the fun of it. Like I said, if you guys are not familiar with WhatNot, check it out sometime if you get a second. But that is essentially it. Like I said, it's a live stream eBay style auction that's usually pretty fast paced and going. Sometimes good for the seller. Well, most of the time good for the seller, sometimes good for the buyer, because the seller can quickly throw something up and people can, you know, FOMO buy, fear of missing out, so they'll just swoop in and just buy a bunch of crap. I use Mercari. There you go. That's exactly the platform that I usually use for buying stuff. I'm trying to quit cigarettes. Okay. Can't deny Mr. Burns in this. There is no disk drive on it. That must be just a random comment from the PlayStation Pro. This feels dirty. See, this is sometimes, this is why you know, people say it's toxic, and it is. It's not very, you know, good for the most part. But sometimes I just like to get on posts like this and just read the comments, because you just never know what you're gonna find. And it just makes me laugh, you know, in my head, like that right there. This feels dirty. I don't understand. I mean, it kind of essentially does. I don't know if it's because of, I think the dirtiest part of this post is how he's aggressive in the beginning and then just tries to play it off like, anyways, if you want to, like, it's kind of like mad at everybody for really hitting him hard and then still using a promo at the end. So that'd be like having a commercial that was saying everybody's stupid as hell for not buying the product that you're trying to sell, and then at the end still trying to sell that product. Oh gosh. Let's see here. Shield or not, WhatNot is okay. Sometimes I've gotten a few good deals. I've been on N64 nobody else bid on, and the seller was visibly upset. I felt bad, but I do like my N64. So that's, I mean, that essentially is what's going on there too. If you get in on auctions that are not very active, like don't have that many people there, you can, like I said, you can find good deals. It's not that you won't. But yeah, it's just kind of Sir Nintendo YouTuber the Third. If you go get a normal job, then you won't have to beg for your fans to give you spending money. YouTube is for video content, not promotion of external. If you want to monetize a bit, use. Okay, so now reading this, like we just talked about this. This is his job. YouTube is his job. Social media is his job. Influencing is his job. Blah blah blah. So a lot of times these guys will take up stuff like this and use this as a side hustle. And what better way to share that than to show it to your, you know, community that you're building. Now, obviously, this has a big impact. By doing something like this, he made a lot of people mad. Probably lost a lot of subs and stuff like that. But in the end, even if he had like 10 to 15, 20 people click his link and set up for WhatNot, that's an extra, you know, 150, 200 bucks or whatever in his pocket, and he'll be laughing himself to the bank. Meanwhile, you're, you know, kind of, what do I want to say, in your basement crying about it, because that's kind of how it is. I mean, he's gonna do it, and I guarantee that he has not read these comments. I know a lot of big channels, they will do stuff like this and they will stay away from the comments. You know, unlike my channel where I basically read and reply on everything. So you leave a nasty one, you're gonna get a reply anyways, even if it's just a generic "have a good day." But yeah, that's he's not reading this, guys. He's not going through this at all. He made this post and he'll never look back, because I don't even see going through this, even the good comments. I do not see him hearting anything, liking any, or I don't think you can see him when he heart it, but there's no comments, nothing. So I mean, like I said, he's not. But then you have the diehard fans right here. You know, we'd follow you anywhere, RGT. Thanks, RGT, for the recommendation. I'll look into it. So right there is two guys that probably went off and did this. They signed up for this. So there's 20 to 30 bucks for him right there. So I mean, just that simple video being monetized, making all that money and everything like that, he's making his money off of it. And people don't understand that sometimes too, that even all this negative stuff that happens still gets you the views, and if you're monetized, they get you the ads, and that makes you the money. So I see it a lot of time on Instagram where people rage bait people into clicking on videos and commenting, and then, like I said, the more comments you get, the more clicks you get, the more money you get. So like I said, he's laughing to the bank right now. My views and opinions on this, do what you guys do. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is people want to say he sells out for doing stuff like this, but he's making money. And yeah, it's not a normal manual labor job. It's not a blue collar one. You're not going and shoveling crap out of a ditch or, you know, whatever like this, but this is his form of income, and that's how he's going to do it. I don't honestly think that less of him. I really don't think much of him, because I don't watch his, you know, I don't watch his content anymore. Like I said, I've subscribed and unsubscribed him 3 or 4 times in the past, because I will catch a video of his that I enjoy, and I think, you know what, maybe this time will be different, I'll subscribe. And then I'll just start seeing a bunch of the videos that I don't like, and then I'll unsubscribe for a while again. I mean, that's how it is. I know a lot of people probably do that with channels. They probably do it with my channel. They'll be like, oh, he's doing one about this, and I love this. And then, oh no, he went back to doing a DK Oldies video. I'm going to unsubscribe. And, you know, I've had many friends in the past on YouTube that were here to support me, but the minute I started doing other certain content, they were right out the door, and it is what it is. So, I mean, you can't really... I mean, the real true friends stick around no matter what. So that's really what it comes down to. And yeah, his true fans will stick around for this, and it will weed out the people that are on the fly subbers, and that's how it is. So like I said, I want to know in the comments below what you guys think about this. Do you think that the YouTube community is just being buttholes about this? Or do you think that a lot of times these people are just trolling him, hoping to make him mad by making these comments? But like I said, Aaron from Game Grumps has talked in the past that he used to try to read comments and everything, and then once he just started seeing all the negative trolls and stuff in it, he just stopped. He just tries to make his content every day, tries to make people laugh, does what he loves and everything like that, and he just stays away from the comments. So he said, don't, you know, it's one of those things where, like, if you see him in public, he says, don't be afraid to come up to me, he says, but I don't read your comments because of all the toxic people in there. But it is what it is. So I want to know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Do you think content like this is bad for YouTubers? Do you think he's going to regret this in the end? Because I don't think so. Because, I mean, obviously people hated on him so much for the selling the retro collection of Phoenix Resale, but he's still, like I said, he's over 500,000 subscribers, guys. Most of his videos are getting 50,000 views. I don't think he's affected by this. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. as always, stay retro, my friends, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend, guys.
Super Retro Force.